everyone, welcome to Prime Cut, Default Prime's weekly video game news roundup. I'm your host as usual, Steven Snakeyukin Lindsay, and on this broadcast we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy XIV in voice chat. Also we're going to be talking about how PSM3's March cover is revealing a mystery shooter sequel. I wonder what it could be. And lastly, we're going to be talking about how Double Fine is possibly doing some revolutionary things in historical things recently.
Naoki Yoshida has been doing a lot to please all the fans out there of Final Fantasy XIV. Or maybe it's haters if you think about it. He's taken up and was willing to give many people what they wanted in the game from the start. But one thing won't be changing. Voice chat. Voice chat still will not be in the game, and Yoshida lists out why he thinks it's wise to keep it that way. Such as, it will give a feeling that the player is forced to use voice chat, the bandwidth cost of having voice chat in the game, and that it might ostracize some of the female gamers out there. Because, as we all know, MMORPG players respond to females in a particular way.
Hey guys! There's a girl! Ow! Ow! Does somebody have an X potion?
If you've been wanting to get one package with some b-ball and b-ball action in it, then hip hip hurrah for the upcoming NBA and MLB 2K12 double pack. NBA 2K12 is the latest in the 2K series and also has garnered a lot of acclaim. MLB 2K12 is the latest in that 2K series and claims to be the best on the market. Seriously, these are sports games. They simulate the sport, and each year they improve from the previous installment, so you probably have an idea of what these games are about anyways. And you'll be able to get this double pack for the low price of only $70, and you'll be able to get both these games on March 6th, which is when MLB 2K12 comes out. Though this will only be on Xbox 360 though, so sorry you other console players. Love Plus, for those that don't know, is a Japanese dating sim that has quite a following, and certain people are really obsessed with it. Like, some guy married one of the girls in his game in real life. But on the upcoming day, yes, I realize I'm still single and get off my back, Mom Day. If you happen to have a copy of the 3DS version of Love Plus, only in Japan, and are in or near a 7-Eleven, only in Japan, then you can go on a special date with your girl of choice who can dress up in a fancy 7-Eleven outfit. You can also end up getting some new clips, wallpapers, and pictures to celebrate the occasion. Us not in Japan will have to figure out some other lonely way to deal with being alone. Unless you're not alone, then good for you, I guess. What is the use of having games for a console that isn't even released yet? If you guessed none, then you'd be wrong, because you can actually stare at those games for hours upon hours, trying to figure out if you're going to really like it or not. Recently, news have surfaced, and after some phone calls, it appears that some GameStops are selling Vita games before the system is even launched. Now, this isn't them pre-releasing the games, as these games have release dates prior to the system launching, which to some of us normal people might seem a little weird, but I'm sure it makes sense if I think about it a little bit more. Other people have also been reporting that they've gotten memory sticks via Amazon, which have no use besides being used in the Vita, so it's another thing you get to stare at for hours upon hours. See if it does a trick. So if you want some stuff with no use right now, go check out your local GameStop or Stops, or look online. Do you remember Microsoft Flight Simulator? I sure do. How neither me or my dad could get the plane to work, and if we somehow did, we would subsequently crash and burn. Unlike previous installments, this game, or sim if you prefer, will be free for you to play, but there will also be DLC that you can pay for that will add new missions, planes, and much more. This version allows you to fly high over Hawaii, which I hear is a very beautiful place for you to screw up in mid-flight and kill way too many virtual innocent people. There's not much time for you to wait for it either, as it'll be out on February 29th. On PSM3's upcoming March magazine cover, we're teased with some upcoming mystery shooter sequel that'll be hit in 2012. Some mystery shooter that's a sequel, huh? My glob, it's so obvious! Half-Life 3. Seriously though, it could be anything. Say like Mag 2, Killzone 4, or Gasp, Black 2. Yep, my bet is on Black 2 as there sure is a lot of black on that magazine cover. Go detective skills! Hey, have you ever imagined the board game Battleship being turned into a movie? Well, if you have, then number one, you're an idiot, and number two, you probably work at Universal and think it should be about alien robots trying to take over the world. Now it gets even crazier because the movie based on the board game is going to have a video game based on the movie based on the board game. And it's going to be a first-person shooter. What? Wasn't the point of Battleship to be a strategy game involving you getting in your opponent's head? Or being the lucky one who gets to the locations first? Well, perhaps Battleship could work as a first-person shooter. Oh god, where am I going to fire? Why's my right trigger not working? Oh god, I need to reload. Press X, press X! If you found calling the PSN hard to say as just a single word, as to be something like PSN, then you happen to know that the PSN should now be the SIN, or the Sony Entertainment Network. Why the weird change? Let's let Sony explain. This transition is based on Sony's goal to enhance its unique digital entertainment offering. As a series of these activities Sony started last September, PlayStation Network will be aligned with Sony Entertainment Network. This helps us get closer to our goal of establishing a global, comprehensive network platform of services across games, movies, music, and more, all accessible from one convenient account. So, in short, instead of having multiple networks and accounts for people to hack into, having one is just as good. I think that's what they're saying. Originally planned to be out last year, Ghost Recon Online is having its beta event, finally, on March 5th. For those who haven't heard about it, as I sure didn't last year, this is an online multiplayer version of the Ghost Recon series. See, that's the hard-hitting journalism one gets with years of reading titles for games. Ubisoft is planning on offering this game as a AAA game, but will work on a free-to-play design. You know, you can play for free, but to get certain perks or outfits, you've got to pay money. Now, if you're interested in feeling special and getting in the beta, just head over to Ubisoft's website and see if you'll be selected. Persona is best known as an RPG series, one that I've had little time with due to no local store carrying it when I want to throw my money at them. In the previous months, we've been seeing more and more of a new take on the series, which is being designed by Arc Systems Work, who are best known for their fighting series Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue. The list shows off the opening cinematics for the arcade version of the game. For those unaware, this game will be a 2D fighter featuring several characters that appeared in Persona 4, but also some from Persona 3. Now, if you happen to be going to Japan, you'll be able to play this in the arcades in the coming month, or on your console in the summer. But if you're here in America, well, you'll probably have to wait a bit longer than that. Oh my god, the rivers are running red and the creepers are doing the creep. Notch made a proposal via Twitter, and since then, there have been some talks between him and Tim Schafer, aka the head honcho of Double Fine Production, and also, he's a really funny man. Currently, all of this is hard to tell if all of this is legit or both of them are just having fun. However, as I'm a fan of Tim Schafer's work, and especially Psychonauts, I really want this to be happening. Also, if this does indeed happen, this could be a historical note in gaming history, not because Psychonauts 2 is being made, but the impact that an indie game developer is having on the creation of a mainstream game. Then again, companies like Valve have taken up aspiring indie devs and used them to create a mainstream game. You know, that'll be your Portal and Portal 2. If that wasn't historical enough involving Double Fine, there's more. Double Fine's next game can be funded by you. Yes, You with a piggy bank and a Kickstarter account. See, for those that don't know, Tim Schafer is best known for his point-and-click adventure games from a time long past, because way too many people are now all about the shooters. And several of those point-and-click games really weren't all that good, or they had some idiotic logic to them. The thing is, that genre is more or less gone now, and typically is more of a niche genre, though it has been getting more popular due to the explosion of digital distribution. Also, as Schafer states in his Kickstarter video, most publishers would not be behind such a game anyways. So, to make this game, he's coming to the fans out there to help him out to make a new point-and-click adventure game. Now, those that decide to donate will, at the lowest donation rank, get the full game on release, access to the beta, will get to see exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, and access to a private discussion forum. Going up the ranks, you can get a poster signed by the Schafer, your name in the credits, a mini portrait of you, and if you go all out and take a new mortgage out on your house, you can meet Schafer and have a tour of the studio. Currently, they have passed their goal of 400,000, and it's still going strong. It's even passed $1 million within the first 24 hours, making this one of the fastest grossing Kickstarters ever. Now, the link to the Kickstarter page is listed below, and also, can someone lend me $10,000 so I can see Schafer in the studios? Pretty please? And with that desperate plea, it brings us to the end of this week's broadcast. Now, for more involving the video game world, bookmark our website, defaultprime.com, and be up to date on our weekly roundups and our reviews and previews. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. And as I always say, because I'm too lazy to create a new catchphrase, till next time, gamers.